Hi and welcome to Car Mechanical. Today I'm going to take you through how to change the gearbox oil on your car. I'm changing mine on my 99 Audi A3 TDI as I was getting a gear crunch from first into second when it was quite warmed up. The first thing I'm going to do is I've jacked the car up, I've taken the wheel off, and the arch liner is also out of the car as well. So I'm just going to get under the car, and with some dodgy camera work I'm just going to show you where the drain plug is. So it's located under the gearbox. It's about, I don't know, 3/4 of the way over to the right, so it's just out of view of the camera at the moment. It just comes in there. Just as I get myself manoeuvred in, we can just about see it, and I'll give you a better view in a second. And we can just see there, so I'm going to label that up. It's not too bad. The hex tool will go in there to undo that. So we'll get that done. Next part, I've already got the tool onto it, but this is for the fill up plug. Now I've cracked that open, I'm going to undo that. You want to undo this first rather than undoing your drain plug, because you want to make sure the point where you top up the oil is accessible rather than draining the oil and not being able to get any new oil back in there. Okay, so again, using the same tool, whether you've got a hex tool, I'll list what type of tool it is below, however you're going to undo it. I just want to crack it off loose, and I'm going to undo the rest by hand. This is probably one of the easiest maintenance jobs I've done on the car. It took 15 minutes. It's really, really easy. The oil cost about £15 to £16 from Volkswagen. It could just be at my spec. I think some more expensive, some apparently are a little bit cheaper. But I went for VW spec gearbox oil because of it's made for a purpose. And I really wanted to get rid of that crunch that I got when the car was really warm in first to second when I was going for a hard gear change. So we're just going to finish undoing the plug there. So I've taken the spanner off. I don't want to really get any oil onto the spanner as it comes undone. I managed to knock the plug into the bucket as well, but that's not too much of a problem. So we're going to let that drain for a bit, and then we're going to get ready to top everything up. So I've used about a ½ metre length of hose or so, which you're going to see come onto screen in a second. And I've just put that into where the drain plug is. I've pushed it in as far as it will go, so I'm not going to get any flow back that's going to spill out. And I've attached the other end onto a funnel. So there you go, that's the VW spec gearbox oil. There's nothing on the bottle that tells you the spec, it's just the part number. I've also cleaned up the drain plug. So right before we're going to pour everything back in, I'm going to put the drain plug back in, but make it nice and clean so I don't get any crud back into the engine, so I get a nice thread. You're just going to pour your gearbox oil in. You don't just do it as quick as it will take it. There's no real special technique to that. And that is pretty much it. You're done. Just wanted to show here, I drained the oil out and I put it back into some bottles that the original oil came into, or the new oil came in. And I had about, I'm guessing about 1.5 litres there, so it might explain over time a little bit of oil had leaked out or somehow come out of the system, and why I was getting that crunch from first into second. So I'm probably now more confident I've got the right amount of oil in the gearbox. It hasn't felt markedly improved. I didn't have issues with the gearbox before. It just feels normal, which is great, so it feels like it should do. And it's quite cold in the UK at the moment, so I've not felt any crunches from first into second. However, even when I've warmed the car up quite a bit, I've still not felt any crunches. So all's good at the moment. Thank you for watching, and if you do have any comments, please leave them in the comment section below. Please subscribe to Car Mechanical. I am hoping to get quite a number of new videos out. Goodbye.